Welcome back to a Game of Thrones world, and as you might remember, over the past few episodes, everybody in House Horde died of horrible wars, illnesses, deaths. Our last character died in battle, and left us playing a blind baby, when we left off anyway. Since then, I have aged him up. I've just basically skipped time forward. I built some buildings, and went through his education focus, trying to get the best outcome I could. He came out pretty well, actually. 20 stewardship, which isn't to be, laughed at. He does have to go to River, which has buffed him up slightly, so it's a little misleading, but he does have, diligent, shrewd, fashionable is good to some extent, family person, just, obviously honourable as well. I forgot to mention this, but this used to be a very overpowered trait. It used to give you something like plus 25 general opinion or something like that. Now they've sort of balanced it a little bit so it reduces your fear and only gives a plus 10 general opinion, which is still very, very good. You also got stubborn and honest, which kind of have their own downsides, but I was thinking, why don't we try and convert this over to a regular Game of Thrones playthrough? So, the Republic isn't working out very well, let's be honest. We've lost power, we've had most of our family die, we've only just actually got a county of our own in Orkmont. So why don't we, using one of the Game of Thrones mechanics, try and seize power of the Republic? So if you look at the Realms tab here, we have Established Monarchy. So the head lady, who is our lead right now, but obviously it would say the head lord. The head lord seizes power and crowns themselves king with hereditary succession. So it flips us over to primogeniture, making succession a lot easier to deal with. We've obviously only have to worry about our own sons, like typical CK2 style. We wouldn't have to worry about elections. The downside is we lose our house, but I haven't really upgraded it anyway. So if we want to do this, I think we want to do it early. Not only that, but it would give me access to all the sort of Game of Thrones events, so like getting dragons, going on adventures, to Valyria, wearing the Driftwood crown, and obviously getting events related to feudalism rulers. So I think I might aim to do that with our character here, No-Eyed Fred, who is blind. I forgot to mention that. This is the blind guy. That's our plan. Now, I found him a pretty good wife. Royale of House Volmark being quite a prominent house in the Iron Islands. She has the brilliant trait, and I'm educating her myself so she likes us more. She's brooding, she's conscientious, which are the best outcomes for stewardship. Obviously, it's my guy who's a brilliant steward or Midas Touch training her. She is most likely to, I should say, gonna come out with a level 4 education trait, which is pretty great. Now, you can get married in the Game of Thrones world at the age of 14, so she's already a wife, there's already a chance we can have kids and things like that. So, hopefully, we can get House Horde back together pretty soon. It says 5 living members. I think they're all women. So there's obviously Joshi, this person, us, and then our mother, I think, counts as well. I'm not sure there's anyone else anyway. Oh, right, her, of course, the random bastard cousin. So yeah, they are all women. So if we lose this, it is essentially game over at this stage, so we really can't afford to do that. That being said, let's go for it. I've got a lot of cash built up because I was building up, while I was waiting for this guy to grow, building up different, like, infrastructure, peasant farms, things like that, added by the Flame Queen's building submod. That's hard to say. So, here's what we need to do. We need to buff up our diplomacy, because we need 18 diplomacy to seize power for the Republic. This might actually end up in quite a large war, especially if they're not happy about us seizing power, which I can't imagine they would be, seeing as we're going from elective to primogeniture. They'll probably be a little pissed off about that. She wants us to be her advisor. Yeah, I'll take that. We do have a pretty alright amount of men. 519, not bad. I think when it reinforces, yeah, there we go. When it reinforces, we'll be up to about 3k men because of these buildings I've been buffing up in. We do have 2 castles, technically. We have, obviously, Orkmont and Lonely Light here. Sinister forces are at work. So, if it comes to war, we're actually not in a bad situation, to be honest with you. We should also start a faction to get ourselves as the claimant of the Iron Islands. See if anyone will join that. Obviously, as our retinues build up and as we get more people to like us, they're more likely to join the plots. Not only that, but a couple of provinces actually converted to Gilded Kraken and Gilded Reaver. So if we go to the cultures map mode here, you can see Gilded Reaver is the one that's gold and pink, whereas Ironborn is the one that's the iron-coloured and pink. I thought that worked out pretty well. So we've got actually a couple of the central provinces here in the Iron Islands are Gilded Reaver. What about Lonely Light? Lonely Light still isn't, actually. It's still Ironborn. Very weird. And as for the religion, let's have a look at religions. So the lighter blue ones there are Gilded Reaver. Oh, sorry, Gilded Kraken, I should say. So Lonely Light is Gilded Kraken plus 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces, actually. What's Pike? That's still Drowned God. So, in theory, if we could get it so that Gilded Reaver becomes the main... if that becomes the main house, or the main religion, sorry, and stops being a heresy, then we should have a much easier time of getting elected and having people backing our revolution to overthrow the Republic. Your wife Roelle has started breaking the rules of games she plays with other children. Apparently, she thinks winning is more important than fair play. If we can get honourable, that would be awesome, because it means no one's going to kill our wife ever. 20% chance. Shit, look at that. Roelle has shown the most gallant and ever-handed she has honourable. That's really, really good. It's obviously same trait opinion +5 and liege opinion +15, so she's really, really going to like us, and she's pregnant. She's 14. Look, that's how things went back then. Oh, no. Oh, the double chins. Game. Why would you do this? Alright. Somebody's fabricating claims on my tarps. I don't really care that much. So we've got some options we can take. We can construct a flagship. We can demand ourselves to be installed as the head of the Iron Islands, but obviously they'll say no to that. And because we haven't got anyone backing us, I probably don't want to be fighting that war with 8% of the men. So that'll be something we'll wait for later. I'm actually going to unmark that special interest. But we can do a very ironborn thing and construct ourselves a flagship. So let's do that. You have ordered the construction of a new flagship for the Orkmont fleet. Skite is asking... Who's Skite? Oh, just a... Oh, wow, he's really good. Oh, right, yeah. So he was one of my master at arms that I actually went looking for and ended up hiring to get me to try and get that combat trait. Because obviously your martial determines your... Let me go back to this one here. Your fighting trait. And obviously it didn't work out well. Even though he has 32 martial, he still came out pretty poorly. What shall we spend money on then? Should we go for an enormous flagship, a good ship capable of leading the fleet, or nothing larger or more extravagant than a regular ship? Let's go with an enormous flagship. 150 gold. We've got more than enough gold at this stage. I'm quite happy to do that. And like I said, when we overthrow the Republic, we lose our trade post and we lose our house. So I am going to be focusing on upgrading these castles rather than our trade posts. We're already making enough money now, I think, where we don't really need to worry about upgrading the trade posts anyway. Obviously, if I was going to carry on playing as a Merchant Republic, I would, but in this scenario, I think we'll buff up the gold a little bit more, then we'll move to military-focused buildings. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Look at that. Over the past few weeks, Sky has been drilling me in the use of swords and lances. My prowess has increased. I was not expecting that. I thought it was only when you had children. When you were a child, I should say. Martial +2. Nice. Well, we're still at 0 martial, so that's not helped out at all. Now, this guy actually can't go on a foreign tour like we've done with all the other characters, because he has a severe disability in the form of blindness, obviously. We can't go reaving either. Wow, I was going to say I wouldn't send him on reaving just because it's risky, but we actually just can't. Now, obviously when we become independent from the Iron Throne, we can raise troops, the traditional sort of... I'll show you quickly. If we go ahead and raise those troops, we can mark them as looters and put them on boats and go and raid, but because we're under the Iron Throne, we actually can't do that right now. So, playing as this guy, the only way we're going to be able to reave is if we become independent. Which might take some time. But like I said, once we go feudal, we'll start getting those dragons, we'll start getting Valyrian steel, we'll build ourselves up into a mighty empire. And they'll never know what hit them. Luckily, the Iron Islands are also really easy to defend. So if the Iron Throne tries to vassalize us again, once we become independent, it's not going to happen. Especially fighting a defensive war here, we can just leave our troops on the island and they would have to boat bomb into us. Speaking of which, my liege, I've discovered a promising candidate that could potentially be strong-armed into joining factions you support. So we're going to try and convince Lord Ralph of Great Wick to join our faction to back me as the claimant. Sure, ask politely. And he said yes. Wow, okay, fair enough. Harlon Ironmark, I would say, is doing a fine job. So what? We're at war, actually, with Queen Jocelyn. Okay, this could be a problem. Our liege, in fact, has declared war on Queen Jocelyn. Right, I think we want to probably keep our head down here and not get involved in this war if possible. Because I really... Oh, look, they're already sieging our trade posts. That's a problem. Now, what we can do, actually, what I was talking about, we could raise our troops and go raiding now, because technically we're not under the Iron Throne. I'm not going to do that, because there's not really much point, seeing as we've only got 500 men. And we do want to try and save them for if we do have to go to war to push our revolution of the Republic. We had a daughter who's ugly. What? Oh, that's a shame. I'm going to call you Ugly Daughter. Say what you will, but it's very easy for me to keep track of which one that is. Alright, there we go. What do you want? You want to have me vote on the council with you? Absolutely not. And we need a diplomat. Who's that? That's our mother, right? You? Yeah, your mother. Okay, sure. Okay, so why don't we start rigging the election? Because it looks like this woman's not going to be around for much longer. She's at war with the Iron Throne. She is 60 as well. We've got more than enough gold, I think, to rig this so we'll win. 3,000 respects. We actually don't need to spend a huge amount of gold here. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. 3,200. This guy could very easily buff himself up. I'm just keeping an eye here, seeing if they're putting money into the campaign fund. They're not. So I think we'll be okay. And obviously, if the worst comes to worst, we could always flee to Essos, maybe fabricate some claims on Valyria or something and move over there. Or the Summer Islands, that's always a fun playthrough. Sort of what I did in the first series of Geheimnisnacht when I lost as the Red Duke and fled to Albion. We could do something similar. I quite like doing that, the idea of them returning with an army at their back and, you know, taking back their birthright. Who's this guy? You're on Pike. House Crag. So he's the son of Lord Lodos Greyjoy, but he's a branch house. So he's founded his own house, House Crag. He is a bastard of House Greyjoy. How about we chuck him in the oubliette? He could cause issues, and look at that. He has claims on the Iron Islands as well. Let's get rid of him. And my wife came out as a brilliant steward. Actually, she's a better steward than us. Huh. And she came out just as well. Look at that. We've got a really good husband-wife combo here. Now, why don't we actually put her on our council as our treasurer? Because our current treasurer, our aunt, is pretty bad. Ah, this is interesting. Okay. So there's an artifact in Game of Thrones called the Horn of Winter. Now, I think there's not a huge amount. It doesn't play that big a part yet in the books or in the show. But supposedly when you blow the Horn of Winter, it can break down the wall or something like that. I kind of want that. I kind of want to steal that. Because I think there are special events associated with it. So let's try and... we don't have the option to steal artifacts because I don't know if I've got that mod enabled. Who was it who had it? I should have marked him as special interest. That was really stupid. There's one of these wildling guys. I'll recognize him if I see him. We could just type in Horn of Winter, I guess. That would probably be easier. Horn of Winter. Here we are. Wolf. Of Hardhome. Okay, we'll mark him. Oh, he's a revolt? The wildling revolt. Oh, that's a bit annoying. I was going to say, let's get some raiders sent over there and try and steal it. Oh, but there's also men on top of the castle where all of our troops are. Well, that's a bit annoying. If we hire mercenaries, we can't raid with them, can we? So I'm not going to do that. Damn it, I really want that horn. We could try and kidnap him, I guess, but... we could plot to kill. No, that's all we can do. We'll wait for this revolt to end, and then we'll see... I imagine he'll get executed. Oh, shit, okay, never mind then. As Joramun blew the Horn of Winter and woke the giants from the earth, the legends are truer than anyone ever imagined. Wolf has found the Horn of Winter and blow in. The wall is in danger, and it seems though every raven in the north flies south to warn us. The wildlings are coming. Oh, so this guy just blew up the wall then. Dark wings, dark words. Okay, fair enough. He's got 5,000 prestige. Is that because he blew the Horn of Winter? Now, what's that actually done? Has that done anything? Weird. I think it might have actually destroyed the wall. Look, there's no buildings here to indicate that this is the wall. Ruins? Just lots of ruins. Nothing else, really. Smuggler's Ring, Mild Winter. Yeah, I think the wall is gone. Because I'm pretty sure there's normally a building here that gives it a pretty decent fort level, unless something has changed since I've last played. Interesting. Okay, I wonder what that means then. I wonder what that would do for us. Lord Falky. Lord Falky must be removed because he's ironborn. Goodbye, Falky. Ah, and our ship is built. Scott has informed you that the new flagship for the Orkman fleet is complete. This longship is truly formidable, being larger than any other ironborn longship. Thank you, Sky. Okay, let's have a look then. Enormous flagship is added to our treasury, 150 prestige, and Sky also gains 30 prestige. And we can now name it. Now, I'm not going to use the customizer again, because that did not work very well last time. Let's have a look then. Our mother, our wife, we can name it Orkmont. I will honor my religion. We can name it to the Drown God. We can name it Discipline, Intent, Fortitude, Magnificent, Forthright, Duty. Duty's not bad. Oh, what about just Whore? The flagship Whore. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Nice. So we've got ourselves a giant flagship. That also gives +1 marshal. Holy shit, look, it's actually giving us 1 marshal. And all we had to build was a giant frigate. Fair enough. Okay. We need another diplomat. And we will put our wife on the council and sack you. Goodbye. Alright, and what's her build time modifier. Minus 60% is a lot. Holy shit. Okay, well now let's focus, like I said, on our military. Try and get elected as soon as we can. Oh no. No, game! Chosen by R'hllor, the two gods are locked in an eternal struggle over the fate of the world. Blah, blah, blah. So this guy is potentially Azor Ahai there, so he's been chosen by R'hllor. So, what caused the game to crash? Well, the Queen died, the one we were at war with, so the war ended, thank God. And now we've got this lunatic on the throne. He's ruthless, cruel, envious, paranoid, also in hiding for some reason. Hopefully the realm will splinter and we can take our independence. But until then, we've got to focus on actually leading the Republic. We have to leave it for 15 years as well. So the sooner the better at this stage. We could potentially assassinate her. Arbitrary, ruthless, tyrant. Yeah, I think we could potentially assassinate her. Just to speed things up. I don't really want to have to worry about constantly getting myself elected. I'm going to put some more money into the fund, though, just in case one of them suddenly drops a bunch of gold on the campaign. They haven't really got much to invest, though. Let's get our wife more romantic poetry for that plus 10% fertility. And who are we voting on now? Eric? No, Eric's doing a fine job. Alright, Eric's not doing a fine job. I changed my mind. So we really want to get that brilliant trait as soon as possible. Actually, you know what? A son, any son, would be pretty great. I will deal with that. He does a marriage to a fine lady. I'm going to marry... Oh, right. It's my marshal. The really, really good marshal gets to marry my half-sister. Yeah, I think that's fair. There you go. It looks like her nose is sort of escaping up her face. That's really not a good look. Especially with the wig as well. Alright, what have we got here? Vote with you on the council. Yeah, you know what? You seem like a pretty reasonable guy. My wife is pregnant again. Good. Now let's get on with this murder plot. So let's also invite plotters. Let it tick for a minute. And we could... It's a shame you can't use favors to force someone to join a plot. That'd be very helpful. Alright, let's bribe this dude. 19 gold, that's fair. 62 gold, that is not. How much more do we need, realistically? Actually, a fair amount. We're not getting much plot power from these guys. Is that about 90% now? 97. Okay, so one more person would do it. What about you? How much do you want? 15 gold? You know what? Ah, it's 60. What is it? 60 something gold? Fuck it. Alright, go on. I'm feeling generous. Let's do it. So, my lady Erica owes me a gold that we lent her. So, when I was a child, she basically asked us for some money, and we said yes. So I think she has to pay back like 750 gold now or something like that. Lord Master Noite Fred, the Iron Islands cannot presently afford to repay all the coin owed to your house, but I shall of course pay the due interest and extend the loan as agreed. Well, that's a start. Unfortunately, I think she's probably going to die before she gives me that gold back. It's a little annoying. How long do we have to wait? 5 more years. Damn it. So our choice is now assassinate her and become elected, or keep her around for our money back. That's a bit annoying. Okay. Oh, we are committed. Sweet. That took way less time than I thought it would. Prince Oberyn the Ill Ruler. Is that Oberyn Martell? Oberyn Shells? Who the hell is this? What happened to the... Prince Doran? Okay. Prince Doran's granddaughter? Married her off matrilineal? How did you manage that? Oh, right. It's Arianne Martell's daughter. I see. Right. Fuck. Capture Bowman, reveal my name. Go to damage control. She might throw us in prison now. Anyone else want to join this plot and get rid of her? 55%. You wonderful lady. Let's organize an expedition. Quick, let's get out of here. Let's hire some bandits. And let's get... Are you really the best I've got in terms of spy masters? 12? 12 intrigue? Build a spy network then. Do what you can. Okay. We might be able to kill her off before she gets some revenge. Come on. Oh shit, the bandits failed with the heist. That's the second time, I think, in this mod. Okay, well, we got +1 stewardship, so we can't complain too much. No. Oh, she was murdered. We did it. People found out, doesn't matter. Why was I not elected? Why the fuck was I not elected? Do you know how much money I put into that campaign fund? You piece of shit. Maybe that's where the save game... Or sorry, the game crashed and reloaded before I'd maybe put the money in it? God damn it. Alright, well. Next one on the list. Time for you to die. Send for a faceless man. How much is that going to cost me? We need a spy master with 18 intrigue. No, you're doing fine. Cancel vote to remove. Well, I've got a great big target painted on my back now. Anyone want to join? Anybody at all? You're a pretty great guy. You'll join, won't you? Named Alaska. Another more or less ugly daughter. God damn it. Alaska. That's how I read it. That's what you're called. Alsaka. No, Alaska. There we are. Perfect. This isn't going well. You know what? In fact, I think this episode has gone worse than pretty much every other episode we've had. Sure, Hilmar is doing a fine job. Oh, yeah, no, that's great, thanks. Let's switch to the intrigue focus. Oh, no. This is really bad. Dishonorable? What is that? Minus 20 general opinion. And we've been kicked off of the council. Let's not worry about it. Demands installation of claimant. We could just push our claim and try and win in a war. Let's do it. You know what? I'm desperate. Let's do it. War it is. Done. Raise the troops. And by raise the troops, I mean hire the troops. Now, we have a very unique advantage here in that we already have holdings on their island. In fact, we have a castle on their island, whereas they don't. Let's go ahead, get these boats over here. Get these boats over here. Oh, shit. Oh, no, wait. Our righteous cause has attracted many supporters. That's good. All we've got to do, siege the capital. Don't worry about all this shit. We'll cross that hurdle when we get there. We have more. Now we've got too many men to put on boats. You fools. You get on the boats. You get over there. Let's kill that 1,000. Oh, great. We can't kill the 1,000 stack. Okay, that's fine. Just keep an eye on that army at Pike. We need to just outrun them at this stage. And we are making a pretty decent amount of gold per month. We're at 71% already. So let's get you back on the boats. We need to probably crush this army, and I think we'll be good. Now, they could always move... They don't have any troops. Why don't they have any troops? Where are your troops? 10,000 men. Are they all in just Iron Island's mainland? So they're going to cross 7,000 men over a straight crossing. We could win this. We could win this. Is there anything we could do? Any troops at all? Could we take a loan that's immediate? Something like that? Get 1,000 gold. That's instant. And hire some more troops. Merge them. 7,600 men. If we get better commanders here, we might win this. We're at half morale. I might even hire some more. Sort my total strength again. 8,000 men. Would they risk that? I don't think they'll actually cross the straight crossing now. They are going to. Are you crazy? 27th of January. Let's try it. Alright. Okay. Their right flank is down. Their centre flank is down. A daughter. I don't care. 69% war score. What happened? Did they... Oh, they counter-sieged, Lonely Light. Right, I see. Why don't we chase those troops? Let's kill everything on the mainland, go back, take Lonely Light, and it's over. There we go. And let's chase down this army over here as well. There's 2,000 stack. Okay, they're dead. I'm glad that you moved so I didn't have to take that river crossing into your army. I appreciate that. That's straight crossing, sorry. That's very thoughtful of you. If you can kill off about 200 men or so. Yeah, that'll do it. Now I can actually fit them on the boats. Alright. Off we go. Now, they're not going to be able to siege Lonely Light, so we don't have to worry about losing war score. However, we already have a castle here. So all we've got to do is just drop our boats off, and we're not taking that morale hit. There's a troops dead. Now we just siege the capital again, and I think we've won. We've done it. 100% war score. Thank you very much. We owe Bravos 1,000 gold. Obviously not ideal, but I can pay that back actually pretty soon. Whew. Progress. Alright. High Lordship of the Sea Stone Hours. How do I have that? Because I hold one province there? How can I create that? You hold 66%. I really don't. I have one... Oh, technically, okay, I'm the liege of this guy who has Old Wick. I see, right. Yeah, fair enough. Why not? You, my friend, can we revoke things from you? We can't revoke anything. I assume that's because we don't have a valid revocation reason. It was an aggressive war on our behalf, so... Alright, we got Lonely Light back. Awesome. We've actually made some good progress this episode. Let's put some Gilded Kraken members on our council. Let's improve relations. Yeah, Oversea Realm is good. Do we have a better Master of Laws? No. Maybe we can hire someone in that case. Search all, join court. Yes, we'll sort by diplomacy. No, we cannot. Was that just looking for women, though? Let me reset that and try again. Join court, yes. No, that was everyone. Wow. Okay, we are really not liked at this point, then. Who hates us? Ralph or Lord Wick? Lord Ralph, you are now my High Judge, because now I'm here, I need to be here for 15 years. I've just got to focus on not getting rebellions or anything like that. Let's look at dangerous factions. What have we got? Independence from this guy. We could call him for trial and try and execute him. Wait, he has a fire sword? You can't use it because he needs to be a lunatic, apparently. Or part of the Relore faith. Let's call him for trial and see if we can't execute him or exile him, at least. That would get a very dangerous vassal gone. He's demanding a trial by combat. And we have a marshal with 31 marshal. So I have a feeling we'll probably win that. 105. Alright, let's go for it. Trial by combat to determine whether or not the realm is going to stay stable. That seems fair enough. We'll have you scheme. I imagine we're pretty well hated at this stage. Yep, a lot of our vassals hate us. Why don't you like us then? Not on the council. Dishonorable. Dishonorable is really what's killing us, but that will disappear hopefully quite quickly. We can afford to bribe some of these guys, though. Goldcrow, you'll do as well. Here you go. Lord of Pike, Hilmar Smith. Yep, there you go. You are Guild of Reaver, Guild of Kraken, so... I assume it's just because I'm dishonorable that you don't like me. Oh, wrong government type as well. Yeah, of course. That's fine. What about you? Lord of Great Wick. Can we send you a gift? 24 for 15. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. And you can have Designated Regent. Sure. Can I do anything else? Maybe give him some gemstones. These boys love their gemstones. Nice. Okay. Whew. What else have we got? We've got a lot of gemstones left, so if we need to give any more out, we're fine. So it's just this guy I've got to deal with now, the Magister of Harlaw. We'll see how, hopefully this trial by combat goes in our favour. If it does, I think we'll be fine. I don't think we've got to worry about rebellions or anything like that. No, I wonder if releasing prisoners will give us positive opinion with our vassals. No. I'm just going to release her anyway, because she's a randomer. Does she hate me? She does hate me. If I release her... Okay, it was plus 40. I assume that's just because she was in our prison, giving her a minus 40, so... Alright, now we've got to be careful of plots to kill us, I guess. And my wife is pregnant. This guy's in our dungeon, and we've still only got 31% plot power on him. Wow. Okay, we'll just cancel that then. How long until this trial by combat? That's the real question. Yeah, I don't care about the Iron Throne right now. They're really not important. And how long have we got on this alone is the real question. 1,250 gold, and we've got to pay it back in... 5 years' time. We should be pretty safe then when it comes to the loan. Whew, this has been risky. I'd like to move the capital to Orkmont because it's a bit more central if we get rebellions, but, you know, the Lonely Light is also really defensible, so... When's his trial by combat? How many months did he have to prepare for that? Because I think maybe he's had more than enough time at this stage. Nope, guess we're just waiting. He's not immune to hostile liege actions. Guess we'll just wait for him to try and find his champion, I guess. Alright. We really need a better diplomat than that. Oh no, wait, that's done by stewardship, isn't it? I'm sure we can find a better steward than that. Any in our realm? No? Okay, we'll just hire one in that case. And we want a Master of Coin. 75 gold. Ugh. I need that for my loans. This guy's an architect. That's okay. It's a pretty good trait. Alright, Newt. Go ahead and oversee the realm. Yeah, but like this this trial, though. When's that happening? And another daughter. What the fuck? Unfruitful. Stutter. Also, you know, dead. Where are all these negative traits coming from? We've got blind, sure, but to be punished like this, every single one of our children have had a negative congenital trait so far. No. You're supposed to be calling a champion for trial by combat. Let him rot. Can we definitely not just get rid of him? Let's see. We really have nothing at all. Huh. Okay. Well, you know what? This is probably a good place to leave it. We've actually achieved some stuff this episode. So next episode, hopefully, if enough time can pass, we can go for that established monarchy. We've got the first step done. We just need some prestige, 15 years, and 18 diplomacy. So I'm actually going to switch over to carousing immediately so I don't forget to do that. Yeah, we do want carousing. And I'll try and work on that. Next time we'll seize power, take the Republic, become primogeniture, then it's independence. Thank you for watching. See you next time.